Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andre Angelkowski. We're here in Etobicoke. We're in the prime beaches in Toronto, and we're about to look at the most ideal beach property. Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andre Angelkowski. We're in video 3 of the One and Done video series. And what we're talking about today is how to create and find your dream team. Now, your dream team is extremely important in this whole process. What I'm going to be going through today is highlighting who those team members should be, and obviously there will be some more, and it also depends on the project that you'll be involved in. Okay, so first and foremost, let's start with your real estate agent. Okay, so a real estate agent should be a local geographical specialist who understands the areas, who understands the streets, the good ones and the bad ones, where to stay clear from, and which ones to actually focus on. And they should understand why. Okay, both from a numbers perspective and from an emotional standpoint. Okay, they should be able to be one of your biggest players in even connecting you to the rest of your team as well, if possible. Second person that I actually like to call upon is my architect. They should also be a local specialist, because they're the ones who are going to help you legalize your income properties. And they should also have the expertise and experience in how to convert these from single families to multifamilies. And hopefully they have had that experience in the past, so they can actually bring you that experience with them. Then we have planners. So why are planners important? Planners and architects can go hand in hand, but when you probably need planners are when you're doing larger developments. So when you see a property and you want to know if you can create a small condominium there, or a mid-rise, or maybe a sixplex from just a single lot, like that was a single family home before. Typically planners are the ones who work directly with the city, and they can tell you that this can be done, or if it can't, this is why, or hey, look, you're gonna have some issues, but here's how we can come up with a solution to maybe make it happen. Then we have your mortgage broker. So financing is going to be massive with any transaction, unless you have all the money in the world and you can just pay them all cash. But that's generally not the case. So a mortgage broker can connect you to private money, construction money, if you need it. But they can also help look at your situation from a 30,000 foot perspective, to make sure that if you just plan on buying one, different story. If you plan on buying 10 of these, they can position you so that you can qualify not just for today, but for your 6th one, your 7th one, your 10th one, and so on. So making sure that you have a good mortgage broker that understands what you want to do and has the experience in that as well. Lawyers. Lawyers are very important, and they're the ones who will close your transaction and actually make it all happen. But where lawyers can also come very handy are to make a legal agreement. For example, if you have partners, you want to make a joint venture agreement or a trust agreement or any other sort of contracts, they're the ones who can help make that happen. So having the experience, not just any lawyer, but you need a real estate lawyer that also has investing experience. Insurance broker. A lot of people don't even think twice about insurance, but how important it is extremely. You want to make sure that your income property is properly insured. And I'm not talking about just for fire and replacement value. I'm talking about if there was a fire and you actually had income coming from that rental income, will the insurance cover that rental income? So if you're getting $10,000 a month of rent, who's going to be paying that $10,000 if they have to rebuild the house for a year? Well, you have to make sure you're covered properly. And any sort of vacancy insurance, vandalism, sewer backup, all of these are very important. So make sure you get properly covered. Accountant. So when it comes to an accountant, you can find a ton of them, generalists, but if you can find an accountant that understands investors and what they can and cannot expense, that is important, because you don't want to be red flagged by the CRA. That's the last thing you want, is a CRA to be following you and making sure that you are doing the things right now. So making sure that you are properly doing your books according to what a CRA allows for. Then your renovation team. absolutely critical. All these team members are critical, but a renovation team is really important if you decide that you're going to create your income property. So yes, you can go out there and find a silver platter deal or a turnkey property, but if you're going to be creating it, which likely you will be, or renovating, you want to make sure that you have a renovation team that is trustworthy, that is going to be doing things right, on budget and on time, that they're going to be communicating with you. They're not just going to be leaving you hanging, not sure what's going on, and then all of a sudden they leave, and then you get Mike Holmes coming and doing all these things for you on HDTV. Anyways, I'm all kidding aside, but you really do want the right renovation team. If you don't have any of these team members, please, reach out to me, reach out to people that you know, ask for referrals. That's the best way to find who you can interview. Then we have a designer. So the importance of a designer is, if you're creating these income properties, you want to make sure that the layout, the color schemes, the type of floors, the type of light fixtures, the type of hardware, all are the right way. Like you don't want to be buying something that's going to be dented if someone just drops a fork or a knife on your floor. You want to make sure that you get something that's durable, that is tenant proof, because tenants will make a mess and there's gonna be turnover, there's gonna be movers in and out. So you want to make something, make sure that a designer can help you, because they might have experience with what works better with high traffic areas. But a designer will also be beneficial if you're going to be making sure that the layout is proper, getting the open concept. Can you fit 2 bedrooms, or are they going to be too small, and then all of a sudden you're not going to be able to rent it because the bedrooms are the biggest complaint everyone has when they see the place. So proper designer, a good designer is who you need. Then if you're going to be someone who doesn't want to manage these properties, and maybe you're buying a property that's outside of the city, or you live outside of the city and you want someone to manage it for you in the city, a property manager can literally make or break your deal. Hey, hiring the right one is critical. We have probably a handful of them, good ones in this city, that we can recommend to you. So please make sure that the right property manager is being hired, and interview these people. Not just one, interview at least three. Another I'm always repeating it. Another really critical part, another important team member are your fellow investors. People around you, people who have gone through it. They can actually tell you their story. They can tell you what mistakes they've made. They can tell you what's worked and what hasn't worked. That is probably going to be the most valuable team member that you can have. So meet other investors, hear what they've gone through, and learn from them. And last but not least, your coach. I truly believe that a coach, whether it's a life coach, a business coach, or a performance coach, whatever coach you feel like you need, can help you. We tend to get caught up in life or in business focusing too much on making money, getting rich, making sure that we get the business done first, versus, you know what, remember what's important, or remember who you are before all this investing came along, before all this money making strategy came along. Who were you? Who were you being? And don't forget that, because if you forget about that, then you'll end up probably being rich, but you'll probably end up being divorced, unhappy, and sick. So don't forget that, okay? All this has to mean something. Do it for the right reasons, okay? Your dream team can help you get there. Thanks for watching.